Hey everybody, it's the Coach, and this is Madden 20 on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we'll see the veteran Phillip and the Los Angeles Chargers as they match up with Andrew Luck and the Indianapolis Colts. With that, let's get on up to Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis. For the call, we bring in our broadcasters, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, we are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Just a short time ago, smoke from the pyrotechnics filled the dome as the Colts made their way out of the locker room. We're set for football as the Colts get set to match up with Phillip and the Los Angeles Chargers. From up top, I'm Brandon Godden. Charles Davis, as always, with me as well. And CD, defenses better be on their toes in this one because we got two quarterbacks who love to throw the football, and they throw it very well.
Over 4,000 yards each in the previous season. So what you're saying is, if you're a defender, hope you're prepared properly. Hydrated, stretched, be on your toes, as you said, because the ball's coming your way.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Chargers' all-time passing leader, Phillip, who's been their starter since 2006, trotting onto the field. And I'll tell you what, he may be just a couple of years from 40, but he can still do it. You look back to 2018, some people were whispering MVP and Rivers in the same breath with what he did in that campaign. Especially impressive in 2 December primetime victories, one against the Steelers, one against the division rival Chiefs. And although things ended not quite how they wanted in the playoffs to New England, Phillip Rivers still feels like he has a lot left in the tank. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, you got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Melvin Gordon, the two-time Pro Bowler, and he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Rivers throwing complete to his tight end, Henry. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A. Well, last year, Henry really looked poised for a prime breakout season, but then May 22nd, tore his ACL during OTAs, ruled out for the year. Actually was added to the active roster in a pretty heroic return for their playoff clash with New England, but did not play. 29 career games for Henry, 12 touchdowns, and now with Antonio Gates' career coming to a close, they expect a lot out of the 24-year-old Hunter Henry. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. From just shy of midfield, Rivers. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. Charger football to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Working out of the gun, Rivers. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. To throw is Rivers. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
It's been a 7-play opening drive, and this is 3rd and short. They'll throw again. Rivers gets it to Benjamin. It's caught. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far on the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
Again, it's Rivers. That is caught. It's Benjamin for the Charger touchdown. 8 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Chargers take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the 1st quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the 2nd. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Colts offense heading out for the first time, and they've been involved in one of the biggest sagas in the NFL these last few months, and that's because of the health of Andrew Luck, Charles. The left calf strain, that was back in April, and it's just lingered and lingered, caused him to miss OTAs, just about all of training camp thus far. Even the name Kevin Durant has been thrown out comparing the injury.
Because of what happened with Kevin Durant with a calf injury, came back and tried to play, and it turned into an Achilles tendon tear, which is probably going to cause him to miss all of the next NBA season. So you know the Colts are going to err on the side of caution, but now we're talking about it being a bone issue. So many things going on, but what a brilliant 2018 for Andrew Luck, and what was a comeback season for him. 39 touchdown passes. A lot of people think the Colts are the favorite in their division, but not without Andrew Luck.
Yeah, for Colt fans, this is becoming a reoccurring nightmare. Luck, he's missed 26 games due to injury since the start of 2015. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Throwing is Luck. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. And the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Luck and the Colts looking for something big here after the sack. This is 3rd and long. They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. Deep for the Chargers, Desmond King. Great coverage there, holds him to a 2-yard return following a 50-yard punt. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. As Los Angeles comes out here, Charles, want to get your thoughts on the holdout of Melvin Gordon, because that's really the story in training camp for the Chargers. Now, his reps have said that he wants to be traded, but if you think about it right now, really not a whole lot of landing spots at this point, are there?
And you think in this league, how many teams value a running back that highly to make the deal that you would for Melvin Gordon? That's another reason that there aren't many landing spots for him. And then you also have to say, LA was 4-0 without him last year. So do they go ahead and roll the dice and say, guess what, Melvin, here's the deal? Or do they say, well, we really do value you and give him more of what he's looking for? It'll be an interesting dance between management and Melvin Gordon heading into the season.
In the meantime, though, big chance for Austin Eckler, and also they liked what they saw out of the rookie Justin Jackson last year as well. Chargers going to use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard.
Watch out for 86.
Now Rivers. And to the right side here, it's Allen. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 27 yards there, a first down. So we've reached halftime with just the lone touchdown here. 7. We now proceed to the start of the second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
And here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Fresh out of the locker room, they hit him with a gain of over 20.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. They'll run on first down with Marlon Mack. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Luck. Wide open receiver complete. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 25-yard line. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They looked like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Luck. This goes out right to Doyle. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 20-yard line.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Back now in Indianapolis. It's the Colts, so they've got the football, but they've got work to do, trailing here as we begin the fourth quarter. Andrew Luck, 3 fourth-quarter comebacks a season ago when he was comeback player of the year, and he needs another one right now if he wants a Colts victory. Throwing again on second down. Luck. He was looking for the connection with Devin Funchess, and it's 3rd and 5. Oh, a lot of contact right there. No call, maybe got away with one.
What are you doing questioning the contact on that play? Let them play. And, you know, it was late-game situation. And I think that probably played into it. The officials, they want to let the players determine it down the stretch.
Back to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Figuring they're going for it on 4th down. Remember, though, they do have all 3 timeouts, so even if they don't get it, all is not lost.
Yeah, normally in this situation, when you're talking about having to go for it, everything is in this play. But as you noted, with those 3 timeouts, they actually have a little bit of a safety net.
They snap it to Locke. And he gets it to Funchess complete. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. 1st down now, but that clock rolling.
Watch the run.
Now Luck. And this is incomplete. He was looking for Jack Doyle that time, but it'll be 2nd and goal. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is it just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Luck. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. They took their shot for the end zone, almost cost them.
And he made the right play there, knocking it away. But, boy, it looked like he had a chance to come down with the football. And if he does that, this thing is over. Instead, he leaves them out there with another chance.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
On 4th down, Locke. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Scoring has really been at a premium. And, Charles, you got to tip your cap to this defense coming in here. Their offense, too, but this whole team coming in here on the road, getting a hard-fought win.
I think the way that they're finishing this one up, an exclamation point on a terrific game. As you noted, hard for them to put points on the board, and they hold them down one more time and finalize things.
390. Mike, 58, right there. Here we go, D. All day. Defense, all day. All day.
They'll start on the ground. This is Gordon on 1st down. And he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Victory formation, time for the Chargers. They take a knee. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Victory formation, time for the Chargers. They take a knee.
Okay. Flag 15. White, 89.
A kneel down here from Rivers, and that should be it. On is the Chargers punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors, and not all W's are created equal, CD, and this one came in shutout fashion.
Well, their offense certainly didn't need to do anything, right? They could take the day off, and they did. But the defense, they carried them in a big way.
Yeah, look, the offense